What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Hold My Nuts Podcast, where we talk about everything semen retention, no fap. You're tired of releasing on your keyboards, your laptops, and your desktops, and you're tired of being manipulated and dominated by female culture, man. You know what I need you to do. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell. It goes a long way with helping out the channel. Welcome to Hold My Nuts Podcast.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, and I'm back with another video, man. I'm excited about this video because I came across a Bible verse today, and I've heard this verse many times, and it never dawned on me what it could possibly mean. It never dawned on me that this verse could be talking about the subject of masturbation. After looking at the verse in its simplicity, this could very well be talking about masturbation. Now, I'm not going to sit here and make a doctrine off of this verse because, to be honest, I don't know if it is specifically speaking of masturbation. What I do know is that it is definitely making a case to war and to fight with all diligence against anything that will be dishonoring to God, that will be self-defeating for you in rising in your spiritual ranks in the kingdom of God. It is very clear of what extremes you should take with this particular Bible verse. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to go to Matthew chapter 5, verse 30. And here's what it says. And I'm reading out the NIV version. And if your right hand causes you to stumble, if your right hand causes you to stumble, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one of your body parts than for your whole body to go into hell. This is a very serious verse. Now, what we have to understand is masturbation is not something that just came up on the scene. This has been around for a long time. Just like all of the other sexual immorality practices, this is not a new thing. They were rubbing them out back then. Had to be, right? There's no way that these dudes weren't rubbing it out. All types of sexual perversion, so much so that God sent the flood to destroy the whole earth. He says that man's heart was continuously evil. Every inclination of his heart was evil. These people were wicked in their expression of sexual perversion. So if a dude couldn't get it in with a female or whatever the case may be, it is evident that people were rubbing it out. People were masturbating. You can stumble upon masturbation accidentally, like I did. I never even knew what it was. No one ever explained to me what masturbation was. I was 14 years old. I was in the 8th grade, and I just stumbled across it. Didn't have any videos, didn't have anything. It just happened while I was swimming. So it's not far-fetched to understand that masturbation was something that was plaguing men back then, as it is today, as is every other sexual sin, right? But these things are being magnified on another level because of the advancement of technology. They're being magnified. It's more easily accessible. It's easy to get caught up in sexual perversion. Let's get back to the verse. If your right hand causes you to stumble, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one part of your body than your whole body and be thrown into hell. Now, let me make this clear. I don't want you guys thinking that I'm just crazy. I do not believe Jesus is saying cut off your hand. So if you're having problems with masturbation, please don't go get the chainsaw. Please don't go get the saw and gnarl off your right hand. That will be very, very bad. And what will most likely happen, you will start beating your meat with your left hand, right? This is not a physical battle, right? This is a spiritual battle that has to be attacked on a spiritual level. Jesus said some of these demons do not come out except through prayer or fasting. Another interesting fact. If you look for the Bible verse that some of these spirits do not come out except through prayer or fasting, you will not find this Bible verse. It was taken out of the Bible in the 1960s. I discovered this today. And I think that Bible verse is Matthew. I'm going to find it for you. But that's just something you can research on your own. And you can stumble through. One second.
The Bible in the 1960s. That sounds crazy, right? Well, it's actually not. Check out the most popular Protestant and Catholic Bibles.
This is crazy.
Go to Google and you'll find them. New International Version, English Standard Version, New Living Version. Those are the Protestant most popular Bibles, the most popularly sold ones. In the Catholic Church, it's the New American Bible, the New Revised Standard Edition, the Revised Standard Version, Catholic Edition. So these are
Let's see.
best-selling Bibles on the market right now. And all of them are actually missing a whole verse. You know, try looking up in any of those Bibles that you may have at home. Try to find Matthew 17, that's chapter 17, verse 21.
Matthew chapter 17, verse 21. For whatever reason, they took that verse out, but this is a verse that Jesus said, a way or weapon for you to get rid of certain demons, you have to pray and fast. For whatever reason, they took that verse out. Don't understand why. But back, and it's Matthew 17, verse 21. Now back to this topic of this verse. Cut your hand off. Jesus is not saying cut off your hand. He's making a case. He's trying to get you to understand that there is nothing that you can do that's more important than you being able to enter into the kingdom of heaven. So whatever it is that is holding you back, whatever it is that is causing you to stumble, you need to fight against that thing aggressively. One of the ways we can fight against that aggressively is to fast and pray. Seek God for him to deliver us from the things that so easily besets us. Let me get that verse for you. Put away everything that so easily besets us. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. It says, therefore we are also compassed about by so great a cloud of witness. Let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily besets us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Guys, fight against masturbation. I was having this conversation with my son this morning. He's 14 years old. And he understands the implications of spilling your seed. He understands. He's a dreamer. He sees these things. He's expressed to me that he's had dreams of these sex demons coming to him to collect his seed. He understands this, right? And he's fighting against it, guys. Listen, put aside every weight. What can a weight be? A weight can be TikTok. A weight can be girls in your phone that you know you have no business communicating with any further. Just delete their numbers so you don't stumble one day and just text them out of the blue because you need to fulfill a sexual need because you haven't been fasting and praying and you haven't been staying on post. You haven't been staying on point. Don't fall into that trap. Cut off every avenue. Give the devil no room to come in and destroy and wreck your life. This is what he wants to do. He wants to destroy your life, and he's using your sexual desires to bring you down. Jesus is saying, as much as Satan is fighting you, you need to be just as vicious and more against him. If your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off. Not literally, figuratively speaking. Do not cut off your right hand. Okay? I hope you guys didn't click off of this video before I got to give the explanation, because I don't want you guys out there saying, man, this dude said, Jesus said, cut off your right hand if you can't stop beating your meat. Now, here's the thing. Like I told you before, I don't know if this verse is specifically talking about masturbation. I can't say. All I can say is that masturbation is included in this verse, along with any other sin that is causing you to stumble. Right? But it seems odd that he would say, cut off your right hand. Better to go into heaven with one limb than your whole body cast into hell. Excuse me. Whole body cast into hell, bro. It's just, to me, I choose to believe, not seeing that I have any factual proof that this is the case, that this is referring to masturbation. I really think it's referring to masturbation. Like, why would you say cut off your right hand if it causes you to sin? I mean, when we all hear right hand, we all thinking like dudes pounding it away. You understand what I'm saying? Most people are right-handed. Point Jesus is trying to make is you need to fight against this. He's clearly stated that you ain't going to heaven. You're not entering into the kingdom if you are masturbating. Another proof that masturbation is wrong is the fact that you have to have wicked imaginations in order for this to pop off. You have to think of immoral, sexually explicit thoughts in order to masturbate. No one thinks of walking in the park and masturbates. No one thinks of driving a fast car on a track to masturbate. No one thinks about eating breakfast to masturbate. You're thinking about a sexually explicit thought that is arousing you because you are meditating on it and you are having an orgasm. Guys, cut off your right hand. Not literally. Please, spiritually, whatever it is, cut it off. This is Hold My Nuts Podcast, man. Like, share, and comment on the video. And I love y'all. I'll be back with another one.